Today we continue with the new releases from TEAMGROUP, and we continue on the story as well as Computex 2023. It's kind of year of new releases from that event, and most likely next year will be from Computex 2024. But regardless of that, we are going to talk today about TEAMGROUP T-FORCE Z44A5. You also have A3 and A7. A3 is, I think it's Gen 3x4. This one is Gen 4x4, but the speed's going from read 5000 megabytes per second and write speeds going up to 4500 megabytes per second, while the A7 is going to full Gen 4x4, 7400 megabytes per second read, and write going up to 7000 megabytes per second. So what's it all about with this Gen 4x4? This one has a specific design. This one is less than 1 millimeter of thickness when we're talking about the PCB board, and this is different comparing to other M.2 SSDs. Why is this important? Because this way it's more suitable to install it in laptops. And not only the thickness, there's also the point of thermals and how it actually acts in that kind of environment. Unfortunately, I don't have a laptop to test it out, but we have a good prediction, let's put it this way, because this SSD working inside a PC managed to get thermals, managed to heat up to a certain point, where I'm surprised because other SSDs goes up to 55, 60, 65, maybe even touching 70 degrees. Even with a heatsink. Okay, this motherboard that I was using, ASRock B650E Taichi Lite, has a bit thicker heatsink. And this one has a patented graphene heatsink on top. It's a sticker, I do have to admit that. So it's a bit different, but it does dissipate the heat much better than we are used to. And the 46 degrees, 47 at maximum, is what I got. So that is something that you need to consider. So why did I mention laptop SSD? Well, first of all, you know how laptops are designed. Usually they heat up regardless of what you have, CPU, GPU. It all comes down to SSDs as well, not taking into consideration those extreme ones that have quite nice cooling. But taking into consideration that the SSDs can heat up as well, it's a good thing that this one has a graphene layer, sticker here, that dissipates the heat and gives more stability and consistency in benchmarks, transfer speeds, and all the other stuff, which I will let you know quite soon. But first, let's go through the specifications. So we are talking about Maxio MAP1602F3C controller. It has 1000 TBW, 1.7 million hours mean time before failure, and as already stated, it has patented graphene heatsink, which definitely enhances the heat dissipation, which I already mentioned comparing other M.2 SSDs and this one. Then they stated it's best choice for MB capacity upgrade, and it has intelligent management technology. So it has a built-in smart algorithm management mechanism, which includes functions such as garbage collection, trim command, low density parity check code error correction mechanism, E2E data protection, and others. So this mechanism enhances operation efficiency and prolongs the life of your SSD. It also ensures data security and maximizes the performance so that data transfer speed is stable. Patented intelligent health monitoring system, which includes exclusive patented smart monitoring software, which gives you product status all the time. And this way you can control the product quality in terms of performance and of course the health as well. It's an eco-friendly product contributing to conserving the earth, I do have to mention that, and the entire manufacturing process is completed in a lead-free environment. So yeah, that's all that you need to know when we're talking about the specs. Now let's go quickly and check out the benchmarks. ASSSD, through that benchmark, it went up to maximum 44 degrees Celsius, read speeds 4400, 14.48 megabytes per second, write speeds 4147.78 megabytes per second. Add to disk benchmark, and you already know from the past benchmarks that this tool gives me an option to see if it has consistency during the speeds. If it thermal throttles, it will definitely lower the speeds at some point, or constantly, or it will just drop, or any other problem that it might have. This way it had consistent read and write speed, which is interesting and which is important. So 46 degrees Celsius, read speeds 4.69 gigabytes per second, write speeds 4.31 gigabytes per second. Crystal disk mark 47 degrees, and this is the point where it goes to the maximum. Read speeds 5024.12 megabytes per second, write speeds 4491.92 megabytes per second. In real life test, 19.1 gigabyte file. Read speeds go up to 3.81 gigabytes per second, write speeds go up to 3.65 gigabytes per second. IOPS read 800,573, write speed 733,355. So all in all, what I can say is that it goes to the speeds that is stated on the box. It's good that it keeps the thermals at quite nice lower segment when we're talking about the SSD in general. This is quite important, and it's quite cool actually to see an SSD running at these thermals, and you can see that in AutoDisk benchmark it keeps it stable and it keeps the speeds going at the same capacity, let's put it that way. But regardless of that, I think this is quite cool because the thickness is quite nice, quite interesting, I do have to admit, because so far I think I've seen maybe a couple, if so, of this thickness, good for laptops and all the other stuff. This model Z44A5 comes in 3 varieties. You have 512 gigabytes, you have this one which is 1 terabyte, and you have 2 terabyte model. So you can choose, and I'll place the links in the description below. You can choose what suits you best. I can't say that, but I can say that with the thermals and the speeds that they mention, without any issues when we're talking about speeds in general, I think definitely a recommendation if this is suitable for you, of course. And that will be all for today. I did speed it up a bit. I did start talking a bit faster, so you don't have to speed up the YouTube video. But talking about T-Force Z4 series, you'll be seeing loads of new and most likely Z5 coming quite shortly to the channel as well. In those terms, don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss that video coming most likely by the end of the month or something similar to that. Thank you guys, hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully I will see you then. Bye.